Hi, I'm Casey from Gray Birch Designs.
And I'm Sabrina with Salt by Sabrina.
And I'm so glad you're here today so I can show you the spaces I've created with Down East.
This room turned out incredible. So you gotta tell me, as somebody who is not a designer, how did you put these together? How did you mix materials? Tell me everything.
Well, of course, I wanted this space to be really comfortable for all of our family to enjoy. And I think one thing that I love is mixing materials. So we have a woven in the chairs, a velvet on this couch, and then a leather on this one. They're all different, but it makes it feel more collected.
It's unbelievable. It just adds like a depth to the room.
Moving into the dining room, you can see I've taken some of those same design elements we did in the living room and implemented them here by mixing with the darker chairs and this gorgeous wood table.
I love how much warmth that adding the wood to the metal brings, and I wouldn't have just known to do that.
A lot of people get scared with mixing, but it turns out so beautiful. And I've done a lot of that in the kitchen as well with mixing our metals. We've got some matte black and some gold. Another thing that I love about my kitchen are my Salt by Sabrina organizers.
Oh my gosh, they turned out amazing.
I love them.
I think when a space is organized on the outside and on the inside, that's when the magic really happens.
It makes the biggest difference. And I love how gorgeous they are. And when you did these in my kitchen upstairs, I knew I had to have them in my basement.
I mean, it's a game changer for sure.
Absolutely.
The shelves turned out incredible.
Thank you.
And I think this is an area that a lot of people struggle with. So what's your top tip for creating beautiful shelves?
I think there's a couple things that I always keep in mind. One is pick things that you love. Make sure that they have coordinating colors, but not the same, not matchy-matchy. And then I love using the theory of triangles. So if I have something that's wood over here, I'm gonna pull it over here so that your eye keeps moving. But that's not the coolest thing about these shelves. Let me show you.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Right?
Okay, I would have thought this was a storage room, but what an ingenious use of space. So how did you come up with this idea?
When we started building this home, I knew 100% that I was gonna turn this into a movie room. It was just screaming for it. And I love the fact that it's small and comfortable, but it's just such a hidden surprise when you come down here. Most people don't know it's here.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed was the sofa.
It's incredible. This is the feather sofa from Down East, and I can't tell you how many times my kids want to sleep here because it's more comfortable than their beds. It's heaven.
I'm in. Sign me up for the sleepover.
Yes.
So I know your kids don't actually sleep in here,
Right.
and I have heard that you've done your bedrooms. Will you give us a sneak peek of those too?
Absolutely. Let's go. I had so much fun decorating these rooms for my daughters, and there's a couple things that I made sure to hit on, and that was bringing in their personalities with things like wallpaper, and then also mixing that with some color play in their bedding, and then also their rugs. And as we look at this room, this is my oldest daughter's room, and she tends to gravitate more towards the boho style. So when we saw this bed with the caning detail, it was the perfect touch. Comparing that to my other daughter, who's a lot more girly, we went softer. She has that beautiful boucle bed with a softer color palette and a lighter, not as busy wallpaper, and it's perfect for her personality. In our guest room, I got to have a little bit more fun with this space because I didn't have to deal with anyone's personalities but my own. And I decided to go with this gorgeous metal bed, which I feel like could lean a little bit more masculine, but if you pair it with some softer linens on your bed and other elements like the wood furniture, you can really make it a little bit more cozy, and you could really use it in so many different spaces.
I was so inspired by your home, everything that you put together. You got to tell me how to do it.
Well, thank you so much for being here and coming on this tour with me. All the furniture you can find at Down East Home. I want to give a big shout out to them. And then of course, the amazing organizers from Salt by Sabrina. You can find them on her website. And for design tips, you can check out me on Instagram at Gray Birch Designs.